Hello, everybody. Welcome to this new episode of Reactor podcast. I'm Jerome, and welcome to this series of episodes I'm gonna make because I always have the question from my audience, which is the one question I would have loved to have an answer from when I did my own startup a few years back. So is there a way to transition from being an engineer, a researcher, or an employee in a tech company to building your own deep tech or climate tech startups? So this is going to be a series of episodes dedicated to helping you do that jump and transitioning from an employee role to a founder, an entrepreneur role. And today we're gonna build the foundations for this. And this is not gonna be super technical, but it's more gonna be on your mindset. So we are diving deep into the first, and for me, the most crucial step in this journey. You're mastering your mindset about sales, personal branding, and marketing. So this is a topic that is really, let's say, avoided by those type of founders, CEOs and CTOs of deep tech startups. But I was an engineer. I was once an engineer, and I was one of them. And I can assure you that you can learn how to do this, and you can multiply by 30, 100 the impact you have on your company if you compile the way you code and the way you sell and the way you do personal branding. It's not 1+1. If you know how to code, if you know how to build a great product, and if you know how to sell it, you have 10 times more chances to build a successful startup. So if I have got your attention right now, good, because the following episode is going to be of great interest to you. So in the startup world, having a great product isn't enough. You need the right mindset to build a strong brand, create a sales track record, and attract an oversubscribed list of prospects. So let's break this down into the three main areas: sales, marketing, and personal branding. So first, let's talk about sales. So first of all, sales is not about knocking on doors randomly to find people find customers. It's about actively looking and helping people by understanding their needs and find qualified leads. Your goal, really, your only goal is to create your own audience and your own market. So here are some tips I can give you about doing this. You need first to identify what is called an ICP. So what is your ideal customer? ICP means ideal customer profile. Who are identify the qualities, the details, the characteristics of your customer. Where are they? What industries are they in? What problem do they have in common? What problems do they face? So you need to tailor that your approach to fit your ICP specific needs, and it will increase your chances of success. A second is qualify your leads. So a lead is basically, I haven't defined it, but a lead is basically someone you can contact directly on LinkedIn, on phone number, email, whatever. But then you need to qualify this lead. Means qualifying lead is really making him a list of potential customer. A guy who says, Okay, I'm interested in what you think. Can you tell me more? So not every lead is a good lead. So use framework like BNT to assess whether a lead is worth pursuing. So this ensure that you only keep in your pipe and your discussions and in your customer list only the people that really needs you and really needs your help. You just want to, you have limited resources as a startup, limited time, limited money. So you want to spend time with the customers who really needs you. You don't want to spend more time than needed on people that don't really need you. It's nice to have for them. You don't want those guys. You want to have in your list the people who really must buy from you to solve their problem. Also, one thing that I see a lot, because lots of CEOs are engineers, and we are very talented with computers, with machines, but the business world is made of humans. Companies are made of humans, and you just want to build relationship. This is the third point. You want to build relationship in your sales process. So sales are built on relationships. So take the time to build trust and rapport with your prospect. If you think about it, you like to buy from people you like. It's the same for your customer. People buy from people they know, they like, and trust. Fourth point is really to have a really strong value proposition. Clearly articulate the value your product builds. Don't focus on the characteristics. Focus on the benefits and outcomes your customer will experience, rather than just a list of features of your product. It's great. The features is the engineering part. It's great. It's a software part. It's great, but it's not the thing that will help you sell your product. You need the fifth point is really need to predict and be able to overcome any objections. So you can really think about it beforehand. You can imagine all the objections that people will bring forward to you. Imagine you're building a rocket with a new type of propellant that is hard to make. You know about the problem. You've been asked the question many times, so write down the answer. And when somebody asks you the question, you are really clear. You can explain the solution in 1 minute or less. So be prepared for objection. Listen to every prospect's objection and concern and address them thoughtfully. This shows that you really understand their needs and you are committed to helping them. And one thing is, don't forget that one objection is might be the problem, and might end up being the end of your relationship. So you need to address every single objection, because that's what happens when, for example, you buy a fitness membership. You need to address the fitness part, but you can also address the nutrition part. But if you address the nutrition part, you're gonna have to address the groceries part, and then if you address the grocery part, you will address the nutrition part. The cooking part. Sorry. So you will need to address all the aspects, and so don't forget about any objections. As for them, if there's something you need to address that you're concerned about, before we move on, ask the question. You can. At the end of the day, the final advice I have for you about sales, and it's not like a list of tactics. It's really learn about sales from human psychology. Learn how to close. So learn all the closing techniques. There are techniques to close. It's not bad. It's just bringing your customer up to speed and helping you close deals, and then move on actually to the part you like, the part to where you expose your product, you install it at your customer's location, and then you can do your magic. So learn from those varying various closing techniques, like the assumptive close, the summary close, or the urgent close. There are many, the speed selling, there are many techniques out there. You learn your engineering part, you can learn the sales skills part. So find what works for you, for your company, and as well you can teach them to your future sales, and then find the style that is accepted in your industry as well. Moving on to personal branding. Let's discuss personal branding. As a founder, you really need to become a leader in your industry, because you're going to be the voice of your company. This personal branding technique is really helpful because you will become the leader. You will put a human face on your company, and you will attract talent and build trust with your audience. If you think about SpaceX, you think about Elon Musk. If you think about Apple, you think about Steve Jobs and Tim Cook. There are many. If you think about Too Good to Go, you think about Lucy Bash. There are many personal brands that are really successful, and you buy from those brands because you trust the person. So here are some tips on how to improve your personal branding. So define your brand. What do you want to be known for? Define your brand values, your mission, your vision. Why do you wake up in the morning? Consistency, in your messaging across all platforms is key. So you will repeat yourself. It's okay. It's what all leaders are doing every day. Content creation. So create content that showcases your expertise and insights. Share your journey. It's storytelling. What's the story behind your company? Share your successes and as well as your failures. Authenticity goes a long way. It will resonate with your audience and build trust. And you want trust. Also engage with your audience on a regular basis. Respond to comments, participate in discussions, show appreciation for their support. This builds a loyal community around your brand. And if you remember what I said about sales, I said about sales that is building relationship, and personal branding is the same. Is as well building human connections and relationship. Fourth is network. There is a saying that goes, your network is your net worth. And this is really true. So attend industry events and network with other professionals. Try to speak on panels if you can. Try to give talks at conferences. Build a strong network, and it will open up industry opportunities for collaboration and partnership. Also, we live in a world of social media, so leverage social media. Use social media platforms to amplify your brand. Share valuable content. Share the stories with your customers. Join relevant groups, in your industry, and use analytics and the data to see what what content really resonates with your audience. Finally, personal development. You never cease to learn. You can learn. If you reach 1 million euros, $1 million in revenues, you can learn from people doing 10 times as much. When you reach 10 million in annual revenue, you can learn from people doing 100 million a year. So continually invest in your personal development, stay updated with industry trends, learn new skills, and seek mentorship from experienced entrepreneurs. Finally, let's talk about marketing. Marketing is not just about getting leads. It's about showing what you help your customers achieve. So it's also a thing that you kind of experience yourself with, B2C, so business to customer marketing, is that when you see people having value from one brand, for example, if you buy a Ferrari, an expensive luxurious car, it brings you status. So why do you want to buy yourself a Ferrari? You want to buy Ferrari for the same reason that your neighbor bought a Ferrari, for the status. If you want to build, if you want to buy this toothpaste, it's because you saw on an ad that it's making people having white teeth, but also making people become more beautiful. So you want to be beautiful, right? I want to. So I buy this toothpaste. So this is marketing. So when people see the value you bring to your existing customers, they will want that for themselves. So here are some tips how to improve your marketing game. Focus on your customer needs and experiences. So you're gonna invest money talking about your customer needs. You're not gonna be bragging about your company or your beautiful, your product is fantastic. Focus your money or marketing budget on your customer needs and experiences. Use their feedback to improve your product and marketing strategies. Second advice I have for you is storytelling. So tell compelling stories that connect emotionally with your audience. Highlight the journey and transformation your customers experience with your product. Their stress is reduced, they gain time, they gain money. Tell the audience about it. Third piece of advice is content creation. So create valuable content that educates, inform, entertains as well your audience. You can use various formats like blog, videos, infographics, ebooks, webinars to reach a wider audience. Fourth piece of advice is SEO and SEM, search engine optimization, search engine marketing. Optimize your content for search engines, Google, Bing, whatever. You want to use those techniques, SEO, SEM strategies, to increase your online visibility and attract more inbound leads. Inbound means that people see your content and reach out to you. So these are already qualified leads. Fifth piece of advice is social proof. So leverage social proof to build credibility. Share customer testimonials, 5 stars, on Google, 5 stars on on Trustpilot, 5 stars on your website. Really show what you do for your customers, share case studies, and user-generated content to show real-life customer stories. Finally, after all that, you have a lot of content on the internet, lots of content everywhere. You want to the last piece of advice about marketing is use analytics and metrics to measure the effectiveness of your marketing campaigns. The track the metrics, how much impressions, how much likes, how much comments, and repeat what works. That was very intense, as if you're new to this world of sales, marketing, and personal branding as an engineer, and you want to come back later and digest every chapter. It's okay, it's fine. It took me years to get there, so take a few minutes to digest. But to recap, having the right mindset involves 3 key areas: sales, so meaning focus on helping and qualifying leads; personal branding, meaning becoming the leader and voice of your industry; and finally, marketing, attracting customers by showcasing the value you deliver. So now, if you're ready to take the first step in transitioning from an engineer, a researcher, an employee to an entrepreneur, stay tuned. For our next episode, we'll dive into the importance of execution over ideas. So don't forget to subscribe to Reactor and follow us on LinkedIn, on Substack as well, and on every platform you like, because it's as well a podcast and as well as a YouTube channel. So I'm really I welcome you to follow your thoughts in the comment section, and let's start a conversation how we can build better and more impactful startup together in deep tech and climate tech. Thank you very much for listening, watching, and see you soon. Bye.